Hi people of the interwebs, today is a special video because it is the finals of the International Quarantine Car Show. I'm putting emphasis on quarantine because I've been told I say quarantine, and this is not about a vegetable who is under the age of 20. This is... what? I am judging the tuner taste category, which does not specifically have to be a Japanese car like a Honda Civic, because when you think tuner cars, generally you think sport compact cars. What I'm looking for in the tuner taste category is cars that are done on a reasonable budget. So if you got $1 million to throw at a project car and you think you're gonna win, tough. You're not winning in this competition. Once I choose a finalist from this video, they will then go on to Deboss Garage, the host YouTube channel of this car show, and you will compete against the finalists of all the other categories, which other YouTube channels are the judges for. So on my laptop here, I have the top 25 entrants that were selected by the online vote. And I am going to lop off 15 of those and just get a top 10 to make this a little bit easier before I choose my top 3 and then send my one finalist on to Deboss Garage to pick their winners. The way I'm going to narrow this down is if I have an entrant that entered into multiple categories, I'm sorry, but you're getting the axe. I'm trying to focus on the people that just selected the tuner taste category. And if you picked 2 categories, I'll let that slide, because if you like tuner taste and you had some nice brackets, maybe you want to be in bracketry and tuner taste. That's okay. These are the top 15 that I'm giving a farewell to. You've made it this far, but that is as far as you're going in this thing, shindig. Now we are down to my top 10. Out of this top 10, I gotta knock off the ones that don't really embody the tuner taste category. Now, tuner taste was focusing on, obviously, tuner cars, because we're not judging fish, although tuna fish does sound like something that I would like to judge right now. We are going to have to say farewell to the 2000 Celica GTS. I am a fan of the 2ZZ engine, and I would like to see that stuffed into a ZZW30 3rd Gen MR2. And I think your car has a lot of potential, but I have to say farewell. Goodbye. Goodbye. Another car that was extremely popular amongst the public vote was this 1978 Trans Am. It's a beautiful car, and I like that there's a lot of suspension upgrades done, because that's usually the first thing that I think of when I think of older cars, is upgrading suspension first so you can make it stick and put some modern tech into that, pro touring style. But I'm sorry. Bye-bye. It's a beautiful car though. Bye. Hey Siri. What year was Mad Max's Ford XB GT?
Okay, I found this on the web for what year was Mad Max's Ford XB GT.
And I really like this car a lot, and this is really hard to do. It sucks. I'm sorry. Bye. Beautiful car, I'll miss you. Bye. This one is gonna hurt to say goodbye to. I am so sorry, and Mr. Dose is gonna hate me for this. The 1991 MR2. And it's really clean, and I like the fact I didn't even know you could put a different 5th gear into that S54 gearbox. Now I need to look that up. I knew you could do an LSD out of the ZZW30 transmission into the S54, but I didn't know you could screw around with 5th gear. That's rad. And your MR2 is really clean, and it's also red. And it's got a Gen 4 swap. It would be biased if I chose an MR2 to be my... That would just be like voting my own car into it. It's a red 91 MR2. I can't. I'm sorry. Bye, Cousin Dose. Goodbye. Oh, no. Some of you are gonna be so angry at this. This was the 2nd most voted car in the tuner taste category. Oh, it's got Workmeisters on it. but those things are getting up there in value, and there's a lot of money in parts in this car. 981 horsepower and 817 pound-feet of torque at 34 PSI. Ooh, it's nice though, it's super nice. And I'm sorry, it's a beautiful car, but bye. Bye. Next up, this car. I really like this car, but I feel like the project isn't quite done yet, but I'm so interested in the direction this thing is headed. 280 brake horsepower. I did the WRX 4 pots in the front and a rear disc conversion in the rear. I didn't know it came with drums in the back. 5-on-100 conversion as well. Stainless steel custom side exit exhaust. That's cool. Early legacy charge cool system installed. TEs. Mazda MX-5 leather seats. I love that he incorporated parts from other cars, factory parts from other cars. That right there is the tuner taste category because it's budget minded. You're taking factory components from other cars and putting them in your own to save money but upgrade it at the same time. I love that. This car right here, let's see, is a build thread right here. I'm gonna put it down on the screen or in the video description, either or, which one's easier for you guys to access. But yeah, I'm very curious where this is headed. Bye, bye. The color gray with bronze TEs though, bye. It's the next day, hence the random nature clip in the middle of this video. I had to sleep on the final 4 because this is getting difficult and I want to do my due diligence, that's hard to say, of making sure I vote the proper candidate to the #1 spot. So without further ado, number 4 is going to be the 99 Lotus Elise. Now, hear me out. I know you're thinking that is not budget, but the person that did this build hand fabricated a vast majority of the components in this car. I don't know where he sourced some of the Elise specific parts, if he just got them from junkyards or bought them online, but he said he couldn't afford just buying a Lotus Elise, so he built the car himself. It has a built Rover K-Series, not a Honda K-Series. It's a 1.8 liter. The car is 700 brake horsepower, the red line of 9,100 RPM. He designed and fabricated his own pistons, cams, and other engine internals. That part blew me away right there. And he hand built everything, including the gearbox, did all the wiring himself. I'm a fan of that. And yeah, the thing will do wheelies. So I'm impressed. And you're making it to the #4 spot just because of how much hand fabrication and building parts from scratch that you did. And it is 91 degrees outside right now and I'm sitting in a toaster, so let's go inside. Penguin roll, please. What the hell's a penguin roll? That sounds like a disgusting sandwich that nobody should ever eat. Anyway, 3rd place is going to go to I like this thing a lot, and I think it embodies tuner taste perfectly. Used a lot of components from other Volvos in this build, to include a Volvo B23 2.3 liter engine swap that has been built with forged internals and high compression, running a Megasquirt ECU, and it has a M47 5-speed manual swap from another Volvo. And on top of that, he made this very important in the description, that it has one of the strongest rear ends that Volvo has ever produced. And you know, you can't go wrong with a strong rear end, I mean. Now he did include in the description that he was planning on turboing this car in the future, which means there's still more to come in this chapter, and thus awarding you the bronze prize. And if you send me your contact information through a DM or my email, I will send you some Sarahntuned merch. I have to give something away for 3rd and 2nd place. I can't let you guys go away empty-handed. This means 2nd place is getting awarded to the 1UZ FE swapped Ford Sierra. And I like this thing because he's got little slidey boys for his windows. That wasn't the only reason why it's getting second place. I feel this car truly embodies the tuner taste category. It is done on a reasonable budget. He built a lot of the car using components from other factory vehicles. It's a Ford with a Toyota V8 in it. And it has a BMW Getrag manual swap with BMW big brakes. So it's a hodgepodge of all sorts of different manufacturers into one car, and it's pretty too. Since both second and third place are competing in two other categories, and both second and third place had more votes in those two other categories than in the tuner taste category, both of you have chances to win another category still. So number one only participated in the tuner taste category, and he was an underdog with only 11 votes in this category. First place is going to the RA65 Toyota Celica. Yes, the number one winner is a Toyota, and I own a Toyota, but keep in mind I also own a Ford, an Audi, and a Subaru. So just because I have one of these things sitting in the garage doesn't mean it swayed my vote. It won the vote because this thing is clean as fuck, and it has a Beams 3SGE swap in it, and the attention to detail that went into the suspension on this car. And he addressed roll center and bump steer and every aspect of making sure that car handles like a brand new car or better than a brand new car. And it's painted a Ford factory color, silver. So there's a little bit of something else that's not Toyota in there. And the car has 14/8 period correct looking SSR wheels. It's just overall, it's so clean, and I feel that embodies the tuner taste category, and it's an underdog. That car never gets any recognition. I feel like when you go to car shows or SEMA, you see a lot of the same type of build, the Me Too builds that are really popular and everyone does. No one ever pays attention to those cars, and they're great platforms. So you are getting moved on to Deboss Garage's round of the finals of the International Quarantine Car Show. Huge shout out to Deboss Garage, because this IQCS car show has raised over $7,000 for Doctors Without Borders. So this was actually done for a good cause with everything that is going on in the world right now, and it allowed people from all over the world to participate in this car show and bring together a bunch of YouTube channels that a lot of you probably watch to collaborate together without coming near each other. I will be getting back to work on Mr. Dose here. Some parts arrived today for this car, and I will be dropping the fuel tank, which I'm not looking forward to here pretty soon, as well as that big box over there is for Sir Codsworth, my Focus Rallycross project car. So stay tuned. There's no pun intended there, even though my channel's called Sarahntuned. My jokes aren't that bad, come on. For more content on stuff. And I got a car review on the way too. I got 3 car reviews on the way. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with another. Stay tuned on Deboss Garage's channel to see who wins, more importantly, and check out all the other YouTube channels to see who wins each one of their categories. Okay, bye.